Hello all, in this video we are going to be coding along what we discussed in the last video, so let's get on with it. We import the get Keypair from our local helpers.getKeypair. This is going to help us get our Keypair from this folder called keychain. The name of these keypair.json files are new keypair, and it's followed by a serial number 1, 2 and 3, so that is what we are going to provide it, and it is going to provide us with the keypair. So let's call it kp1 equals get keypair, and we'll provide the name, a new keypair. We're going to provide the folder name keychain keychain, and we're going to provide the serial number. We're going to do the same exact thing for the second keypair. We're going to call this kp2, implying keypair2. Now we are going to console log them. This is the public key slash, this line says public key /n. Let's call it kp1 : and we do comma kp1 dot public key. Let's Control C and Control V and do kp2, and let's convert it to string so that it's easy for us. To string or to base58 does exactly the same thing. So this was our agenda. The first step is to console log both of them, the two key pairs that we are going to play around with. So we'll get into the folder cd local, and we are going to do yarn ts node.ts, and we are going to run it. We did not save it, I guess. We save it now, we run it again. Yeah, we get the keypair1 public key, keypair2 public key, and that's that. Let's do Solana balance and just copy one of them, the kp1. I'm going to copy with control insert, and I'm going to paste with shift insert. That is what works in the terminal. Error sending request to URL 8899. So Solana balance, this CLI method, the CLI command, sends a request to the local host where the local net is usually running. So I'll be running the local test validator right now on a different terminal. Here, as you can see, we are not exactly in the same folder. Our actual folder is local where the code is, and I'll be running Solana test validator here to show you that it does not really matter in which folder you are to run Solana test validator. If it's installed, it is going to run an instance on your localhost 8899 port. We are using the reset flag to make it start from 0 and not from an older slot that it was running from. Now you can see it's on 8899. Now we are going to run the same command, but we know the answer is 0 sol. So now we have these two running on different terminals. That is how it is. Now let's go ahead to the code part, and let's fund the first one. Let's comment this out. Let's also comment this out. We don't need it as of now. So let's do, if we are going to get funds, so we'll need to import lamp ports from funds funds equals 5 star LAM lamp ports per sol from Solana test validator. It's the autocomplete that helps me. Solana test validator, and then we are going to need the method connection so that we can build a connection object to our 8899 localhost. So const connection equals new connection. If it doesn't automatically import for you, you will need to add this import, and it comes from Solana web3.js. And this one takes the object, takes the URL local host, it takes http :/localhost:8899, and this will do it. We have the connection, we have funds, and we have the keypair, the keypair 1. We have it in kp, so we can use kp.public key to provide the keypair. Now let transaction signature, let this be connection. Let's make it, it gives us an error, so I guess we'll need to enclose it inside an async function. So let's do that. async 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 function air drop to kp1 airdrop sol to kp1. It doesn't need anything. Let's call it so we don't forget before running it. Now we have the funds, we have connections, so let's straight away get to it. Let transaction signature equals await. Since we have the async function, we can use await connection dot airdrop. So there's a request airdrop method. I just typed air, the autocomplete helps me, and let's see what this one expects. It does provide an example here. Let's look at how it does it. So it does request airdrop, takes an address and lamp ports per sol, and after it's done, you need to await connection, confirm transaction, and send the signature to it. And we don't really need that, but we'll also explore that possibility. So this one is going to take what we already have. We have kp1.public key, so that's a public key, and then it's going to take funds, which we already have defined. And since it's an await function, it's an async function, and it's awaiting the airdrop, so it will be filled only after the transaction has been completed. So there's not really a point doing a confirm transaction, but we'll still do it because that is the process, but we'll do that later. Console.log, and we'll be console logging this transaction signature. So let's call it transaction sig and do a /n so that we get a clean one, and then transaction signature, end it, and this should console log our transaction signature, which we can then use to confirm if the transaction has happened. Now remember, our Solana test validator has been running, the slot we are close to is 819, 820 right now. So let's look at what happens. Now we are going to do let's save our code, and now we are going to run our code on the other terminal. Yarn ts node index.ts. Let's do it. Let's see what it console logs. It console logs the key pair, and it console logs the transaction signature. Let's copy the whole transaction signature here and do a control insert to copy it. Let's go, let's try our old method Solana, not Solana balance. Let's do Solana confirm and do a shift insert to paste the transaction signature here, and finalized. Now let's do a Solana balance of the key pair that has been console logged here. This is what we had done here, and it now has 5 sol, because that is what our code does. It's asked for 5 sol. It's asked for an airdrop of this much fund, 5 times lamports per sol, which implies 5 sols. Now let's copy the transaction signature again, control insert, and let's go to Chrome. As you can see, now we are on Chrome, and you can open it on any browser, and this Solana Explorer is looking at our local net, and let's search for our transaction over here. It is here. Let's look at what it shows. The slot, as you can see, is 892, which is very close to where we ran our program. We saw it was at 820 before we ran, so pretty close. Here you see fee. It says 0.000005. That's a small amount of lamports. We'll discuss what it means. You can see the transaction version. It says legacy. We'll discuss what that means. And here you can see the accounts involved in this airdrop. This airdrop came from this account, which is a random account. We have not seen this, but this one we have seen. This is the account that we just created from our Keypair, local Keypair. And you can see it has gained 5 sols over here. I'll just zoom in. This symbol implies sols. This says post balance and a few other details. Now I'll zoom out again. It says system program transfer. This part is called instruction, and you can see there is just one instruction, and then we go to program instruction log, and there is just one log over here, and it says system program instruction program returned success. That's all. Now we'll go back to our VS Code. Back on VS Code. Now let's check the balance of the other key pair. We had console logged KP2 here. Let's check its balance. Control insert for copying on the terminal. Let's do Solana balance, shift insert for paste. It has 0 sol because it has not been funded. So let's try to fund this one using a different method. Now we are going to transfer funds from Keypair 1 to Keypair 2. I have currently commented this method of airdrop because we are not going to use it. To do this one, to transfer from Keypair 1 to Keypair 2, we are going to need 2 new imports. So let's get them. Let's this time not do it automatically. Let's just get the imports done ourselves. Import systm system program, and we are going to get transfer. We're going to get transaction. I'm sorry. Now we had already console logged 2 key pairs, so we have now uncommented them. Now let's do that. Let's create the function. It's an async function like the older one. Function, let's call it fund kp2 from KP1. The name explains what it's going to do. It's not going to take any inputs. Let's call this one so that we don't forget it. Fund KP2 from KP1. This one is going to take funds that are there on KP1 and it's going to transfer it to KP2. But before that, last time when we did it, let's just look at it. I'll just scroll down. We did a connection.request airdrop, and this request airdrop method was provided to us by the connection object. But this time the thing that we are going to do is not provided to us, so we'll have to make that transaction, and that is why we have imported the transaction object. So let's do that. Const transaction equals, let's do a new transaction dot add. This is how you add a transaction, and let's add system dot program and system dot program, and system dot program provides us this method called transfer, and we're going to provide this transfer object, and let's see what it expects. It expects params. I think we explored this in the previous video. Let's take a look. Control click, and this is how the object looks: from pub key to pub key and lampposts. And let's just go back to our code. Let's do a from pub key, let's do a to pub key, and lampposts. We'll fill them in. Our from pub key is kp1 dot pub key. This is happy now. kp2 dot pub key and lampposts. So let's say 2 star lampposts per soul. That's all. This is the transaction, and then we need to provide this transaction. So let's go in here and let's do let transaction signature, like we did last time, await connection dot confirm transaction, not confirm transaction. What did we do last time? Request airdrop. So let's see how it's done here. Send transaction. Let's call it connection dot send transaction, and this is going to take, let's hover over it, let's see. It expects 3 arguments. One of them is transaction, other is signers, and the third one is optional. So let's send our transaction, yes, transaction, and then it expects signers, and this is how it takes signers. And a signer is someone who is going to sign the transaction, and it must be someone, in our case the signer is the Keypair one, because it is the Keypair one who is going to be paying for this transaction. So it is also going to become the payer. So let's do it, KP1. And then let's do an await connection confirm transaction. We did not do this last time, but let's do it this time, and I'll explain to you why. This may not be necessary for localnet, but will be necessary for DevNet, so you better know this. Transaction signature, yes, and After this has happened, we do a dot then, and then inside it we do a console log, console.log, and here let's use what we this time we are not going to do a simple console log, but we are going to use an URL, and I just copied it from Chrome. And this is the part right after tx that you have to replace with, let's get the $sign. Where's the $sign? And you do this and you put transaction signature here. You do an await connection confirm transaction. If once that returns, once that is confirmed, you use a dot then method and you console log https://explorer cluster custom, and this custom cluster is pointing at 8899 as we saw on our when we went to the browser. So we'll just save this one, and this should directly give you the URL upon clicking on which you can directly go on to the browser. I'll just save this one. So we have the from pub key to pub key lamp ports. We have provided KP1 as the signer. Let us also provide KP2 here, because there are two of them involved, and I'll show you what happens. What is console logged and transaction.add. Add does not exist on transaction type of. Okay, let me just see how we did it. The issue here is we did not add parentheses here. This solves the issue, and this code should run right now. So let's look at our terminal. You can look, I had paused our Solana test validator, and the process slot went up to 7099. Now if I run the Solana test validator reset, it's going to clean all the values that it had stored, all the state it had stored. So our balance on KP1 is also going to be clean. So I'm going to remove the reset flag and I'm going to run it, and it's going to start running from 7099 slot, and this is going to preserve the balance that is on our KP1. So let's run it. It should start at 70171 something, 7112. Let's see. Yeah, it is ready. Oh, sorry. It's taking its time. Yeah, 7119. Let's check our balance. This is the balance on KP1. This is the balance on KP2, 0 souls. We have not run our program. Let us cd and let us run. This is on a different terminal. yarn ts node index.ts. Let's make sure we have saved it and run. A lot of things. Let's just enlarge this a little bit. There is KP1, there is KP2, transaction references a signature that is unnecessary. Only the fee payer and the instruction signer account should sign the transaction. This behavior is deprecated and will throw an error in the next major version release. So now this thing is trying to tell us that here we provided two key pairs for the transaction, and this as we know is called, let's see what it's called, is called signers. So we must only provide those key pairs that are going to sign this, and the one that is necessary here is our key pair 1, because that is what is going to pay us the money So the wallet that is going to receive money does not need to sign a transaction. So let's save it this way, and let's look at the thing. It did provide us the link here, so this should be working fine, but now we have corrected our code. So if we click here, we should be on a Chrome page where it shows that our second wallet has been funded. Let's check if that is the case. In our other terminal, we had seen that Solana balance for this wallet had shown 0. Now let's see. Now it has 2. And let us check our Solana balance for the older wallet, which had 5 souls. This has 2.999 and so on. So let's go to the other terminal. This is our clickable link, and this should take us to Chrome. So let's click on it, and it gives us a dialog. We open. Here we are on Chrome, and this is our transaction. Let us scroll down. We see similar things. There is legacy here, there is fee 0.0001 here. Let's go and see what happened here. So here, this is our Keypair 1, this is our Keypair 2, if you can remember. And let's go down, let's scroll down. There is system program transfer, and there is program instruction log. You can see system program, it's very similar. There is just one instruction that we used, and there is just one log for the same. In the next video, we are going to do 2 transfers, hence you are going to see 2 instructions here, and hence there will be 2 logs below here. That's what we're going to do in the next video. That's all for this one. One more thing that you must have noticed, the fees for this one is 0.0001, which is double that thing that we saw in the last time. Because last time we got an airdrop, while this time we sent funds to an account that did not exist. So it actually took some funds, created the new account, that is our KP2 account, and then it added the fund, and that is why you see a higher amount of fees over here. So that's that. So let's see if we can. Let's go here. This is our KP1. Let's click here. We are now here, and it shows its balance 2.99. The transaction history does not show anything. Let's refresh. Let's refresh here. 2.99, yes. The transaction history doesn't show anything, so I guess that's that. See you in the next video.